chance to check out stats for Jonas Valanciunas.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl out there with Johnson. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's White, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. And for Memphis, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Anderson, and it's Brooks in at the 3. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. DeRozan passes to Poeltl. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Outside for Murray, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
And here are the Grizzlies now. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Here's Murray following the score by Memphis. And it's Murray with the jam.
You see it right there. One of Murray's biggest advantage is his lift off the floor.
And Smitty, with DeJounte Murray, he's got great length at that guard position. And it
hammering it in.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Murray with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Passes it to Poeltl. Outside for Murray. Here's Johnson, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. So Johnson hits 2 of them. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Morant. That shot missing. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Here's Poeltl. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Poeltl's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
And Poeltl pulls it down. Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Morant against Murray. And it's Morant missing.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
White the pass to Johnson. Stolen by Anderson. 1:43 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Morant. Rebounded by the Spurs. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I don't know how they lost track of a guy like Valanciunas on that play. Easy alley-oop for him.
And so White will bring it up for the Spurs. Brooks against Murray. Pass to Pirtle. And the layup's good off the glass. Pirtle's got 8 points.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. Second, the Grizzlies.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Murray surveying the D. Clock at 6. And it's Murray with the jam.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Murray against Morant. Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. Here's Johnson. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Spurs out in front, up 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Starting out his career, Derek White.
He's been big on me about just believing in my...
And it seems like White continues to improve every season.
And, you know, whenever we rank coaches, we talk about systems, managing personalities, managing game situations. But player development is usually just as important.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, Rudy Gay is out there with Jang, and it's Mills. And it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward. Gay passes to Vassell. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Jones drives in, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Brandon Clark.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this team.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Rejected by Walker. Here's Vassell. To the inside. Here's Jang. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. Well, a look at Lonnie Walker, the 18th pick in that 2018 draft. He's being brought along slowly as the team loves his potential, but he has a lot to smooth out with his game.
Greg, you talk about the upside with Lonnie Walker. This team loves his athleticism.
You know, not the typical Spurs-type player we've seen targeted in the past. An athletic maniac who can fly end to end. The polish to his game will come. It's just going to take some time.
To the paint, here's Jang, and finished off by Jang.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy. Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for San Antonio. They double-team Walker. Pass to Vassell, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio. How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball? Jones looking for an opening. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Gay kicks to Walker. For three. No good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. The pass to Valanciunas. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Like the way that Valanciunas worked his way to the line on that shot. Never let the defender get comfortable.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Morant against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And that one's good, Morant.
Elite ball handler who can hit from every spot on the floor. Morant lighting them up tonight.
Murray against Morant. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Spurs shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
So tough to guard. DeRozan with the strength, the near 40-inch vertical, and he loves to challenge you.
Pirtle, he's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for DeJounte Murray. The Grizzlies are gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Grant fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Morant.
You look back at that 2019 draft, Zion goes 1, Morant goes 2, and with everything we know about them now, could you imagine having to make that choice today?
That is a tough choice, GA. Or even crazier, could you imagine having both of them on your team? The reason why I say that, as amateurs, they played together in South Carolina. Little did they know at the time, they would be the future of this league.
Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to 2 on the bucket from DeRozan.
Well, that is one situation that DeRozan is huge for. He can bail out a team with the shot clock ticking down.
Passes it to Allen. From deep, Brooks. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. It was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He ended up with 15 points and 1 assist. And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Morant nailing at the guard spots. Dylan Brooks out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Murray against Morant. Murray, good. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Every time I see Murray, I'm reminded that he has a lot of moves around the cup.
Morant against Murray. And stolen by Murray. DeRozan in the corner. Stolen by Brooks. And it's Memphis on the break. Morant with the ball.
Keep track of Ja, especially when he's in transition. He shows you right there.
Morant against Murray. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Morant with it, now guarded by Purtle. Morant scanning the floor. And then Morant slams it in.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
Murray against Morant. Murray kicks to Purtle. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
DeRozan passes to Purtle. Can't hit from in close.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success. And what an incredible shot in the arm for this franchise. The opportunity to draft a potential superstar in Ja Morant, and they had only a 6% chance of landing that #2 overall pick.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
Mills passes to Jang. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jang's got 6 points. They've had a lot of good players come through Memphis over the years, GA, but probably no one with Morant's upside.
He has future league MVP potential. Once the three-point shot is consistent, once he cuts back on the turnovers, I just don't know how you stop him.
And stolen by Jang. The kick out to Walker. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Jang with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
Jones checked in for Morant.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Jones kicks to Winslow. and it's blocked. Mills looking it over. It's Gay on the wing. Back to Mills. 6 to shoot. Throws it up high.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Jones with the bounce pass. Kicks it to Winslow. Bain. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Grizzlies lead by 3. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Mills. Rudy Gay is out there with Zhang, and it's Walker in at the 2.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Now here's Mills, defended by Jones. Pass to Walker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's good from Walker. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Brooks checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gorgui Dieng.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Now here's Winslow, covered by Mills. And the dunk by Winslow.
And jumping off 1 foot on the drive, this is where Winslow really does elevate.
Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Justice Winslow.
I mean, good awareness from Mills. Catches the defender out of position, takes advantage.
Grayson Allen's checked in for Memphis. And Mills in the NBA for over a decade now, GA, but he still has incredible speed that's key to his game.
And Kevin, with Mills, that end-to-end speed doesn't get shown off too often. In the half court, though, he does a great job of creating looks for himself. Accelerates off of screens, can still leave a defender in the dust when he turns it on.
To the middle. Here's Poeltl. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Allen surveying the D. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Second minute off the clock now in the 4th.
And here we go, guys. This possession could make or break them right here.
Murray against Clark. Pass to Brooks. Four on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. No good from Valanciunas. Spurs trail by 3. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Here's Murray. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Winslow with it, now guarded by Murray. Winslow against DeRozan, poked away. It's stolen by DeRozan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Winslow. White, he's checked in for the Spurs. White against Allen. Drops in the layup for two. Allen's got his first basket of the night.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Here's Murray up on top, defended by Anderson. Up again. That shot is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Morant with it. To the right side. Kicks it out to Allen. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Buries the long-range jumper. Brooks has got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
You get the feeling that Brooks will get better and better with this shot. He's obviously working on it.
Murray against Morant. Here's Pirtle. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Murray against Morant. And Brooks. Here we go. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
And when Pirtle gets on a roll, he's hard to contain. Boy, he can catch fire in a hurry.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. From outside the arc, Anderson tipped back in for 2.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now the pass to Pirtle. So it's Memphis picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
But you know what? The tools are there, Mike. I had to use them.
Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City. And the Nuggets will look to use it as they get ready to take the floor. And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now we'll look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, Gordon out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. Now here's Gordon. Jokic, no good. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Morris passes to Jokic. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Valanciunas. Inside.
Oh, this is just being a good team. Morant making sure to whip the ball over to his open man.
And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. 4-point game. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebounding.
Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Down low, here's Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Morant, the bounce pass. Great open look there. Allen's got 5 points so far.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. Are you for real? Morant way, way up. That move is fire.
There's the double team with Allen. Pass to Jokic. And there's the feed to Gordon. Jokic passes to Barton, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Pass to Brooks. Porter with the steal. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Morant with it. Now defended by Jokic. He had a nice open look right there. Morant's got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And it's Jokic in the corner. Porter against Brooks. Fires for 3. No good on that one. And it's Memphis the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the 2 teams, particularly on the board.
Well, the rebounding numbers weren't even close. I mean, if that was a boxing match on the glass, they would have stopped that fight a long time ago.
not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Now here's Morant. He has 6. The pass to Valanciunas. Brooks outside. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Barton surveying the floor. Brooks on the double team. Stolen by Brooks. Anderson with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Jokic with the steal. It's Barton with the drive. The Grizzlies pull it in. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Passes it to Brooks. Back to Morant. Out to the wing. Releases. No good from the wing.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Morris. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Aaron Gordon.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing that that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Morris looking over the floor. Gordon against Winslow. And it's Gordon penetrating, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And here's Morris for 3. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
4 on the shot clock. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the line for him here.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking ability when he times it up.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. It's good.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Stolen. And it's Memphis on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first one falls.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Last outing for Denver, they won that game against Memphis. The kick out to Barton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Memphis leading by 6. Morant looking around. Here's the 3. He's off on that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. Got to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
No, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Morant with a wide-open look. Morant with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but hasn't been successful.
Jokic with the bounce pass. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from McGee.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Morant. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Nuggets in Denver. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Barton with the drive. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 4 assists in the game. Morant against Morris. Looking to get it going. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Well, defense tries to stop Morant's drive, but his nimbleness ensures he still gets to a good shot. He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Barton, down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Back to Morant. 3 seconds left, and finished off by Morant.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Stolen by Brooks. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a fast pace for Memphis at the outset. Some major league offense and defense. And that's going to do it for our halftime show.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Morant now in at the guard spots. Dylan Brooks out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, walking down the middle. And here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Oh, with elite speed and quickness, Morant continues to be ferocious on fast breaks.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. They trail by 3. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. The 3 from Morant. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got assist number 5 here tonight. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
One thing Morant does with consistency, I mean, he keeps defenders off balance.
And judging Morant's game early on, I've heard a few people with Allen Iverson comparisons.
Well, put me in that number as well. That's going to be tough to fill up, but it just means he has the potential, the quickness, the athletic ability, the IQ, the handles. They're both lightning fast, slight builds, and both tough. And you see the explosive ability to get to the rim and finish. I'm going to ask my boy AI what he thinks about the young Ja.
Barton against Brooks. Tillman passes to Brooks. Good on the shot. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Millsap. The 3. Tillman grabs the miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here now a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the 3. 4th, Jokic.
Well, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
I'm a big fan of big fellas taking 3 if they can knock it down. But I also want you to be able to go for work inside.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Jones dishes to Clark. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Clark's got his second basket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
This is what you like seeing. Brooks being aggressive and taking initiative there.
Outside Millsap. 3-pointer, Barton. It's not going to go for him. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Brooks kicks to Winslow. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Winslow. Brooks outside. No good with the triple. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Barton. And Winslow pulls it down. Clark outside. Memphis moving that ball around. Back to Jones. There's Winslow. Those three-pointers off the mark. For the Nuggets, JaVale McGee's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Monte Morris subbed in for Barton. 36 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Morris. McGee, the pass to Green. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. It's Allen on the wing. It's stolen by Green. Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Morris, no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Porter is out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. And there's JaVale McGee. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. The Nuggets making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Morant's checked in.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Morant dishes to Anderson. Nobody near Allen. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Memphis leading by 3. Morant, the bounce pass. Anderson passes to Morant. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Man, I love watching this kid play. Morant, he's just electric at the offensive end. He's having a night.
To the inside. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Porter.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And they double up Morant. Kicks it to Allen. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
It's Porter outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
No, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Allen finds Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Porter with the steal. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Traps in the tray. And that's now 7 points for Jokic.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Morant with it, now guarded by Porter, and it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Out to Brooks. Allen outside. 1:32 left in the fourth. Basket counts, and the Grizzlies lead by 4. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
A putback and the second chance effort by Gordon.
A tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Morant passes to Brooks. Morant with it. Morris is there. Shot clock at 6. Allen finds Morant. Off target from three-point range. And Denver has possession. 4-point game. Porter passes to Barton. Here's Gordon. That one doesn't go. Now Memphis takes it the other way. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Morant, the bounce pass. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Kicks it out to Allen. Valanciunas inside. Misses, and he wants that one back.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Denver, Will Barton is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Porter in at the 3 slot. The drive by Gordon. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year? We're mid-season.
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you said, let it play out. Over in the corner, White. Lays it up off the glass.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Johnson with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Here's Murray. That shot off, and it's Denver the other way. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls. Think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, their starter at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out in a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
And Morris throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Murray, good.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
4-on-3 break. Here's Morris. Here's Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Here's Mills. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Lock at 6. A pass to Gay. He doesn't hit that one. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Barton throws it down.
Well, the defense opens up just for a quick second, and that's where Barton takes advantage. He jets into that gap and right towards the hoop.
Mills passes to Jang. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting. Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Well, Barton likes to get fancy out there, and he gets to the rim that time in a great throwdown.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Millsap with the steal. The drive by Gordon. Off with the layup. San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Vassell. The dish to Gay. To the wing on the left. Chang inside. Jokic defending. Nuggets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Campazzo. And the layup is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And Patty's just so aggressive out there on the floor and forces the defense's hand, constantly looking to get either contact or get himself to the free throw line. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Campazzo, and it's denied. They retain possession. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
JaMychal Green is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Paul Millsap. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
To the paint, and finished off by Gay.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And Barton throws it down.
Man, once you see Barton pick up some speed, he can be downright scary going towards the rim. Good luck trying to slow that down.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And really a big factor in their win last time out was his work at the line.
That free throw good from Barton. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Murray against Morris. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Morris looking over the floor. Inside. They swipe it. Murray with it. Now guarded by Barton. They double him with Barton. Murray outside. And the pass to Eubanks. Shot clock at 5. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Johnson gets the bucket.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Morris into the lane. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Porter against DeRozan. There's the triple. Porter, no luck.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Morris outside. Makes it off the glass. Morris has got his second bucket of the night. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Murray kicks to Johnson. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. And Green slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
White left side. 6 on the shot clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. 1:10 left to play here in the half. Barton against White. Down low. Here's McGee. No good there. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
And stolen by Barton. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. On the wing, Green. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Here's Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Campazzo covered by Mills. Campazzo, and the layup falls.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jets. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Gotta like what Will Barton has done in this game.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Jakob Poeltl out there with Johnson. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's White in at the 2.
Astonishing body control by Poeltl, just taking the hit head on and finishing through it all.
Here's Morris. And Poeltl sends it back. Here's Gordon. The kick out to Barton. Fades back. The rebound by Johnson. Stolen by Gordon. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
To the paint. Here's Poeltl. Rebound by the Nuggets. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Morris into the lane. They now take the lead. Morris has got 6.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Murray outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to DeRozan. Just his first attempt. And too long on the shot.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness
Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
Murray with the bounce pass. White the pass to Purtle. Morris against Murray. Back to Purtle. Jokic with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Oh, Porter in position.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
On the wing, Johnson. To the inside. Here's Purtle. San Antonio again missing. Craig, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
Murray with it, now guarded by Porter. Murray against Barton. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Murray.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Nuggets.
Morris passes to Jokic, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jokic has got 5.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Always going up for the alley-oop here, and stolen by Barton. Here's Porter, and he uses the glass on the layup. Porter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Murray left side. Johnson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. He has 7.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
I just don't think that Jokic is ever in a hurry out there, which helps in that set.
Pass to Purtle. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. DeRozan finds Purtle. Over Porter. They grab their own miss. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. And here's Denver. They're on a 16-4 run. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. In the corner, it's Morris. Over Walker. Morris, no good. Gay, left side. The pass to Vassell. From deep three-point range, offline. And so it's Denver going into the break with a 10-point lead. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Nobody holds the ball, not even.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Nuggets leading by 10. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Morris. Gordon out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Paul Millsap.
That's a man's move from Millsap, getting the hoop plus the harm.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact even if it's, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
Campazzo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
At the line for your Nuggets.
The first free throw is good. Jokic, he's checked in for Denver. The Spurs also with the sub. Eubanks is checked in. Both good from the line that time. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Jang. And it's good for 2.
Largely a shoot-first guy, but Mills does have solid court vision and passing ability, which you saw right there.
Campazzo covered by Mills. Here's Jokic. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs trail by 12. Gay passes to Eubanks. Dishes it to Jang. Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
The Spurs making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Mills passes to Jang. Jokic with the steal. Here's Morris. He can't hit that time. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Mills looking it over. The feed to Gay. Jokic with the steal. Millsaps against Walker. Campazzo, and the rejection by Jang. Right side Millsap. Jokic, no good. And Jokic likes physical play. Trent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Morris, and the rejection by Jang. Jokic with the bucket. Spurs trail by 12. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, in your tablet, smartphone, or your computer.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Morris. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now. Spurs trail by 11. Johnson right side. And then Johnson with the jam.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Murray against Morris. Inside, here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Nuggets.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
And so many times on the defensive end showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
There's no stopping Hurdle when he has the ball in that spot, just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Martin dishes to Morris. Passes it to Jokic. Good on the bucket.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First one falls for him. And so Murray nails both of them. Here's Jokic. Comes up empty down low. No good. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for...
Hey, Kevin.
It's a terrific story. David, thank you. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Thursday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town.
And you know, for that matchup with Washington, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant now in it.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man, and the ball was right there.
Murray against Morant. And then Johnson with the jam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
Morant drives in.
Gotta love watching Morant get after it. He goes all out. Tank, never on empty.
Murray outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and the shot is good from Johnson. And at this part of the regular season, that rookie wall, Clark, is a real thing. You know that. Does it hit all rookies or just a couple?
Kevin, I certainly think that's a real thing for every rookie. At some point, quite honestly, whether it's mental, physical, or a combination of the two. When you've only played 35, 40 games max in any given year, and now you're playing 85 to 90 when you count preseason games, your body needs time to adjust to that, and usually you've got to go through a wall to get to the other side of it.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here's the fast break. Jumps up and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The explosiveness on the drive. Morant just attacks the D with aggression.
Both free throws good from Morant. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. 4-point game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside, White. 6 to shoot. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Pirtle just making the alley-oop look rather pedestrian. Real easy.
The Grizzlies have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
And Derek White, the combo guard, I tell you, the Spurs think he can be a big part of their future in terms of how he plays the game.
And to add on to that, Greg, Pop wants him to fill into that Manu role, Manu Ginobili. White has that same aggression and mindset and freewheeling style to his game. I just think it's a matter of time for him.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Rudy Gay's checked in for Johnson. Walker comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Tries from 10. That one off the back iron and out. Memphis leading. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And there's the pass to Clark. Bain. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
DeRozan with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Indiana. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Jonas Valanciunas.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills looking it over. 58 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Jang. A pass to Gay. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Bain. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Jones. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Mills passes to Vassell. Back to Mills. Over Jones. And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Spurs, they've got Zhang, and it's Eubanks in at the power forward. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Walker in the post, and Zhang gets it to go.
Yeah, out of the pick and roll, Zhang's size and athleticism makes him an excellent target.
Jones drives in. Chalk up 2 there. Jones has got the lead back up to 4 now for the Grizzlies. Now here's Walker. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Jones. Hits the front of the rim and out. Look at Memphis. They want to turn it around after the loss to the Nuggets.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Here's Winslow. It's blocked. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Walker with it. Jones covering. Eubanks, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Jones from outside, kept alive, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Tillman's got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Vassell, the pass to Zhang. Here's Tillman. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Up and in on the layup. And now a 6-point Memphis lead. Brady, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Jang, the pass to Eubanks. Another shot, and it's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Pass to Jang. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Memphis leading by 4. Jones drives in. Rebound San Antonio.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Walker, bounce pass. Here's Eubanks. 9 points last game out. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. To the inside, stolen by Walker. Eubanks, the pass to Walker. They double-team Walker. Out left to the wing. Stolen by Winslow. One second left, and the layup is good. Winslow's got his first basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to be.
Like where my girl at? Where they too clean
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt.
Oh, what a finish!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Morant comes with the double team. DeRozan goes back up. And Johnson with the lay-in good. Johnson's got 6.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. So it's the Spurs now. They trail by 6. Passes it to Pirtle. To the middle. Johnson can't hit.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Murray with it. He's picked up by Morant. Murray, good.
You know, that's one thing, guys, Murray's never afraid to do. Lean in, draw contact, and put the defender in a bind.
Morant passes to Allen. And stolen by White. Down low, here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
Three young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Kicks it out to Allen. The pass to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. Bounce pass from Valanciunas. And again, Memphis no good. Spurs trail by 6.
And Jakob Poeltl, he's carved himself a good chunk of rotation minutes with how he's played.
Yeah, I love his game. I like his agility. I like his hands, his touch. I mean, he's a big, mobile guy. I think he's gotten to a good spot where he's dangerous in pick and roll action now too, Greg. A solid defender. A guy like that is always going to find minutes.
He's perfect from the line this time. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Morant outside. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. Morant with another miss. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Now here's Mills, guarded by Morant. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Mills. Morant outside. Kicks it out to Allen. And Anderson has it in the corner. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Johnson. And Walker subbed in for White. Clark, who's checked in for the Grizzlies. Winslow comes in for Morant. Gay scanning before. Takes it from 10. The Grizzlies pull it in. And here's Winslow. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
It's his first trip to the line. Some changes here for the Spurs. Johnson, he's checked in for Gay. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Outside, Walker. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. Here's Walker. And he banks in the layup. Walker's got his first bucket of the night. Winslow against Murray. Pass to Clark. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Clark's got 6.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Now Murray. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
He can't get that one to fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Johnson is out there at DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Morant against Murray. 5 to shoot. And it's Morant missing.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And Poeltl has it in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morant surveying the D. Kicks to Valanciunas. Johnson against Morant. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Murray outside. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Johnson can't get it to go. Memphis leading by 4. Morant outside and taken away by Johnson. Murray outside. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Pass to Morant. Second shot opportunity. Bain. White covering. Morant against White. Here's Valanciunas. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Morant against Murray. He's looking for Poeltl and finds him.
In these types of situations, this team turns to Poeltl. He's more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
Morant against Murray. Morant outside. Valanciunas with the ball. Out to Morant. Trying to get open is Johnson. And Clark is right there. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
And the first thing I thought of, confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
Johnson left side. Feeds it to Poeltl. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Hey, if you're going to foul Poeltl, I mean, get your money's worth. You have to make sure you're really whacking. He's extremely good at finishing through contact.
The free throw drops for Poeltl.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Murray against Morant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
Murray against Morant. And it's Murray with the jam.
His game continuing to evolve, guys, and shots like this prove Murray is the real deal.
Morant against Murray. Morant reaches to Brooks. No good on that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Murray surveying the D. He feeds it to Pirtle. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Morant outside. Yes!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Murray, the pass to Pirtle. Misses in close. From the high post. And the miss. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of...
chance here to check out some stats for Jonas Valanciunas.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Will Barton is out there with Morris, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Gordon in at the 4 spot. And for Memphis, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Anderson, and it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. They get it back. Jokic, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's Morant. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. And here are the Grizzlies now after the Nuggets pick up 2. Jokic with the steal. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Porter against Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And the first one at the line is good. And Jokic drops them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Morant scanning the floor. Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Porter's running, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Morant against Morris. Jokic with the steal. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Gordon. A second chance effort. And that one drops. Jokic has got 6 points.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
And that one's good, Morant.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And finished off by Morant.
Keep track of Ja, especially when he's in transition. He shows you right there.
It's stolen by Allen. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Stops, pops, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Last time they met was in Denver.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebounding.
Here's Morant. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 11.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Morris passes to Gordon. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Jokic, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now here's Morant. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And he did great work on the defensive end, too, with 3 steals on the night.
Morris outside. Clock at 6. Here's Gordon. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for him.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here's Gordon. Grizzlies making the shot. Morris kicks to Barton. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Anderson. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jones, the pass to Clark. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Some nice passing there by Memphis. McGee with the block. And they're able to recover. This one for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
Barton outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Grizzlies out in front as they end the first quarter with a 13-4 run. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got JaMychal Green, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. There's the dish to McGee. At the elbow, Green. Jones against Barton. Jones dishes to Winslow. Clark kicks to Winslow. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's Green missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bounce pass from Clark. Bain. And it's off from three-point range. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against Memphis. Passes it to McGee. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
You know, Smitty, the change for McGee is pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
The Nuggets trail by 3. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Count it. Good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
They double him with Barton. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And so it's Memphis with it. Clark, the pass to Winslow. Over Green. No good off the back of the rim.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And that one drops for him.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Green, no luck. And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Dead.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Green with the block. It's Barton with the drive, and Barton throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Jones, the pass to Tillman. The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Gordon comes in for JaMychal Green.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Ja Morant. Averaging about 19 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks his offense.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Jokic. Denver making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Memphis shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here.
You know, in most NBA drafts, Ja Morant would have gone #1 overall, but not in a draft with Zion, at least not at the time.
Gordon inside. Brooks covering. And it's Gordon missing.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Millsap. To the left side wing. Campazzo, guarded by Morant. Millsap misses. From deep. Tips it. And staying with the play, Allen. And it's a 10-point Memphis lead.
Love.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what it was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He had 16 points and 1 steal. And now with the second half about to get underway.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Definitely been challenging
the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Morant now in at the guard spots. Dylan Brooks out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Morant outside. It's Brooks on the wing. Offensive rebound. Denver shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Jokic. An easy 2 points on the layup. Jokic has got 10 points.
And this is what size and skill will do for you. Jokic refused to let the contact stop him.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, Denver. Morant, the bounce pass. It's good from long range. He's got 7.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Porter, no luck.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And finished off by Morant.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And the basket by Gordon.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
On the wing, Brooks from deep. Here's Valanciunas. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Green, he's checked in for Denver. For the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Outside, Porter. Puts up a 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Morant. Memphis moving that ball around. Over to the wing. Pass to Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. Morant against Gordon. And it's Morant missing. And even 3-on-3 break. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Tyus Jones comes in for Morant. It's stolen, and it's Memphis on the break. He lobs it up, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Jokic. And another miss by Denver.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Outside, Jones. Clark outside. In the corner, Winslow with it. Clock at 4. And Memphis turns it over again. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. And Denver also making a switch. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jermichael Green. Campazzo. That one no good. Some solid defense from Clark. Three-pointer. They get it back. And Morris comes over to help. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Jokic against Winslow. From deep three-point range. And another miss by Denver.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Anderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Bain covered by Morris. Bain, that three off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 15. Here's Gordon. Misses and the dry spell continues. Clark for three. Up again and staying with the play. Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his first basket of the night.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
To the paint. Campazzo. And another miss by Denver. There's Winslow. Clark. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Porter.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
Ja Morant, he's checked in for Justice Winslow. Morant outside. Puts it up from 7. Out to Brooks. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Paul Millsap picks one up.
I like when Ja forces the issue, especially in close where he's fearless.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers. McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Now here's Morant, guarded closely. Allen surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. Out to Morant. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
What a night for Ja Morant. Showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Outside Porter. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And Jokic slams it in.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Barton outside. There's the pass to Jokic. Millsap left side. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And they double up Morant. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think let's be honest. It makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
Back to Barton. Morant with the steal. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. And finished off by Morant.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Porter with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Barton. Anderson with the block. Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. Kicks it out to Allen. Anderson passes to Allen. Bounce pass from Clark. Jokic with the steal.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Grizzlies.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
So both teams changing it up here. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes to Tillman. Back to Frazier. Here's Melton. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Morris is checked in for Nikola Jokic. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harrison passes to Bull. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Pass to Melton. Memphis moving that ball around. Back to Frazier. Pass to Melton. From past the arc. And another miss by Memphis. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for him.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. And for the Spurs, we've got Johnson. DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then there's Pirtle. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. DeRozan dishes to Pirtle. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Brent, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages. You try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it.
Barton passes to Jokic. He feeds it to Gordon.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
Now here's Murray. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Morris with the bucket.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Murray. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Murray with it. On the wing, Johnson. 6 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Pacers in Indiana. Murray with it, guarded now by Morris. Murray against Morris. Pass to Johnson. That one, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
And talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling. Keep working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Stolen by Gordon. Inside, Pirtle with the steal. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Johnson finds Murray. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Last time they met was in Denver.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jakob Pirtle. Gay comes in for Johnson. Walker's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for San Antonio. 6-point game. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. To the inside. It's tipped. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Campazzo dishes it to Millsap. Here's Green. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Jang inside. Millsap's there. Jang, no luck. Feeds it to Green. Over Jang. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Now here's Gordon. T right on him. Millsap dishes to Gordon. Barton outside. Shot clock at 6. And Barton throws it down.
Well, that's an awesome dunk from Will Barton on that possession. You got to be aware of his athleticism sneaking up on you.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Walker finds Mills. And stolen by Gordon. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Millsap's running. Pass to Green. Gordon outside. And it's Gay with the rebound. Spurs trail by 9. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Eubanks, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Barton drives in. Stolen by Walker. It's stolen by Green. Campazzo covered by Mills. On the wing, Gordon. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Here's Gay, and the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 5-point Nugget lead.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. It's tipped. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Mills. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice job by Patty getting to the inside there. He has such good quick feet. Tough to keep up with him.
Here's Millsap, and the layup falls.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And after some time over in France and the G League, Jermichael Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Rand.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Over to the left wing. Here's Eubanks. Millsap covering. Eubanks, the pass to Mills. Here's Vassell. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Millsap. Jokic comes in for Green. Porter's checked in for Gordon. And Morris subbed in for Barton. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That's good from McGee. San Antonio making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Both free throws good from McGee.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And here is Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Morris throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Zhang.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist. Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're what? After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 5. Kenny, how'd you feel about it? And that's going to do it for our halftime show, Seth.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Nuggets leading by 5, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then it's Johnson, then it's DeRozan, and it's Pirtle in at the center position. Here's Murray. Johnson left side. Passes it to Pirtle. Back to Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Spurs shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Now here's Barton. It's Barton on the wing. Back to Porter. From deep. The shot off that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
And
Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Murray against Morris. The pass to Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Murray against Morris. Now here's Murray. Defense right on him. Yes, that goes in.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Morris against DeRozan, and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. You look at Denver, advantage in 1 series. And of course, there's the Spurs. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Well, I think for Denver, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Porter. And that's now 6 points for Jokic. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They trail by 3. Yep, it counts.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Now Murray. 6 points for him. To the middle. Birtle's shot is off. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And Morris throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Pass to Gay. Now Birtle, Jokic defending. Birtle's shot is off.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. No good off the front iron.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Oh, Porter in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And guys, he has all the makings of an elite scorer. Porter combines size, athleticism, and terrific shot-making ability. That is rare.
Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Out to DeRozan. Back to Murray. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor.
And so it's Denver bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Michael Porter. Jermichael Green is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris. Mills looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. On its way from DeRozan for 2. No good on the shot. And Denver the other way now. Here's Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Free throw good for Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. White comes in for Patty Mills. And Morris drops them both. Spurs trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by McGee. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Green. And he lays it straight in. Green's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game. Staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
Inside. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
And he makes the first. Murray's checked in for the Spurs. And a switcher also for Denver. Porter's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Murray against Morris. Murray outside.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Here's Gordon. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And McGee kicks to Morris from deep 3-point range, but they'll get another chance. Here's Barton. Clock at 6. Goes up again. They get it again. McGee just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Spurs trail by 11. Murray outside. And Morris comes over to help. Murray kicks to Johnson. Over Morris. That one a little long.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Back to Gordon. Out to Morris. Barton in the corner. Pass to McGee, and stolen by Jang. White inside, covered by Morris. And it's White missing. Here's Barton, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Johnson surveying the floor. Outside DeRozan. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And Johnson with the stop.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Morris against Murray. 46 seconds left in the game. There's the feed to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Murray outside. Offline with his 3. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Murray outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg